Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Bros from the future. Just giving a quick note here that unfortunately Mercury is retrograde and there were a couple issues with this episode. First of all, the sound cut out after the first 20 minutes of recording. I didn't catch it for a little bit. So there's going to be a section you miss here. Not a lot happens. I'll recap it when we get to that point. And of course, there are a couple other points where I had to stop during recording. So it's going to be a little scattershot this time around, but hopefully it's coherent enough to be enjoyed. Anyways, hope you like it. I'll catch you in the past. Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds, welcoming you back to Lovecraft Country and Cultist Simulator, the Lantern Aspirant Path Chief Palpatine mode. Yes, because we're bringing a Star Wars spin on this because I am a huge Star Wars geek and because I can. My channel after all. In any case, let's get a quick announcement out of the way. We just passed 2,000 subscribers, which is very awesome. I'll do something a little more formal in the beginning, and I do have a stretch goal I've been holding for a while. Yeah, let's just say I've got something planned for that. That's for new and old viewers, like the very oldest, but more on that later. In any case, let's deal with this situation as we have it before. Chief Palpatine, of course, future Emperor and Sith Lords, now Sith Apprentice and the assistant to the Senator of Naboo. Now, I'm sure he's a shoo-in for re-election. In any case, the situation is that Shiv's ascension of power has not gone completely unnoticed by the otherwise oblivious Jedi, because we've had to deal with a Padawan, which we killed, by an evil spirit. We had a master we had shot up by Jango Fett, and now unfortunately we have a member of the Jedi Council, an aristocrat, Jedi Lee here. Yeah, I'm going with the Star Wars theme, I love it. It's just kind of my craze. Anyways, but the problem with Ms. Lee is that she has both the Mystic, which means she's protected against 2 out of 3 attacks by a spirit, and she has the Tenacious, which basically means that she will survive 2 out of 3 of every physical attack. So yeah, I could explain why, Jedi Masters are, hard to kill, and that's why they didn't really want to put Anakin on the council, I suppose, because he just hadn't gotten to that point yet. I mean, after all, the poor boy did actually lose his lightsaber battle and got really burned by it. But in any case, Ms. Lee here is our third problem. Now, what we've been doing so far was to bench keep evidence out of the way. Unlike the previous hunter, she doesn't have erratic, so she can't produce evidence unless she has notoriety. So she'll go by the book. In fact, I'm going to call her Alderaanian at this point. So in any case, this of course is our regular job. We have 82 seconds left in that, so we have a chance to dive out. We're about to get another restlessness, so we'll probably use that to paint. And yeah, this is the situation in which we are in. Now, a couple things. One, the best way to deal with Ms. Lee, besides just spamming her with a spirit until you get an attack and generating notoriety like crazy, is a poison. Now, one of the reasons I do what I call the Ring Around a Rosie strategy, in which I continually spam the unnumbered stone ones, which you can get by a level 6 secret histories, and by, of course, talking to Sulichana about it, is the fact that one of the rare drops is a poison called Galloglass, which will in fact kill and not leave a body behind. Well, that would be great. That would be like the long shot. We're probably going to also work towards getting a powerful spirit. Now, one of the things I've been thinking about is trying to get it so that we can get a, let's see, like with the restlessness, we can get one of the more powerful entities which has 12 edge to do the rapid attacks on Ms. Lee, and can teach us a language. Anything but, Machine. So that's going to be our jam at the moment. In the meantime, we're going to try to create another mission, as it were, to an unnamed Sith planet, is what I usually call the vault at this point, and try to find that poison as well as anything else so we can get to it. Also, we are going to attempt to get that spirit up and running by using the restlessness, which will hopefully have 2 grail, and hopefully we can finagle it with one of our sorcerers down here, 2 with the 5 knock, to be able to use one of our existing rights to get summoned at least one of the entities we're going for. Now, the entity we're probably going to have to go for is either the Furnace God or the Grail God. Now, the Furnace God knows Deep Arabic, which is, something we could use, but we also need Phrygian, and that is accessible by, I believe, the Grail name, the Second Thirsty, as he's called. So probably going to see if we can combine this with the Restlessness in the Sunset Rite to be able to do it. Probably not. Never know. We're going to give it a try. So let's unpause and get that Restlessness going. Meanwhile, since the summoning is going to take 60 seconds, we have just enough time Yep, to not have to beg for our job back. So yeah, let's go with that. Also, we should probably consider trying... We're also going to try to combine 2 of the Forgotten Chronicles using the Candlelit Mithrarium and its secret ability, plus also the backup of Clavette to try to remove the notoriety in time, because this is how far forward you guys think. Now, I'm not actually concerned about the fact that Lee will be activated in 56 seconds, because we're not going to be doing anything. It takes 56 seconds to do that. So let's get to moving a bit. You're going to notice that we, of course, don't have much going, because again, I'm waiting on the restlessness to see if I can pull this right off. Sometimes you can do it because it has 2 of a lot of different types, because it'll have 2 Grail, for example, which will add to the 8 Grail of the lore, and that'll produce the 10 I need for the summoning. So, let's see what we can do. Sunset right. Okay. Next, restlessness. Forge redemption. Okay, grab this. And see if our Cystic may not be able to pull it off. Yep, we can actually. So there you go. One of your 5-point disciplines, 8 points of Grail, or 8 points of Forge would be another way of doing it, by the way, if you want to get the Forge God. And Restlessness, because I'll have 2 of the Grail and 2 of the Forge to go with it. So let's begin conjuring the second thirsty Azim. Meanwhile, don't forget we're going to lose this guy in about 96 seconds. So one of the things we can do... Simply have him search the city for us to freeze that. I mean, if we really wanted to go on a mission, we could probably just send the Hint and Azim to do some serious fucking damage. I think to get through that, you're going to need the Grail will work for seduction, or we can slaughter them all. But the problem being is we need Moth or Lantern. So yeah, we got the Hint here. We just need to pack up his 8 Lantern. We just need to give him one of our regular Lantern. Yeah, it should be doable, which is actually interesting combination there. I'll have him randomly search the city. In the meantime... 60 seconds. We could do a quick translation of one of these things. Unknown Tantra will give us additional 6. We could actually use that if we want to move towards getting the 10 Lantern, or at least getting an 8 Lantern, combining that with the knock here, and then creating a 10-point knock to be able to get to the final door. We can actually get into this next door, which is probably what we should do as soon as we're done with our current nap. So let's see, Scholar Sanskrit. Let's get the Unknown Tantra. The known Unknown Tantra. There we go. And continue. Now we're starting off, of course, at normal speed, because, of course, we've got to get warmed back up into this overlooked place. Just going to be one of the streets things. All right, so next there. All right, so got our health back from the illness from last episode. So next what we want to do is put the stag door in and grab 8 points for that. Spider door. In dreams, the spider's silken strands are in the place that whispers. Gray grand shift, gray weeds quiver. I know the words open the winds, the sands prevent my passage. A couple things here. One, notice it says gray and sands. This represents the desolate spiritual state of this world. In other words, we're going with, of course, the Gnostic reading, because the cosmic horror and Gnosticism seem to go quite well together. So note that essentially this life has been drained from the spirit realm, which is one of the reasons why the world is so gray as well. But what we are starting to do is still work at finding on whatever's left at this point. Okay, so yeah, the Hint has done some basic stuff. If he finds at least one of the people we can hire, the hirelings, he'll be out of action for 60 seconds, so then his timer won't run down. But let's see how we're going here. Okay, we're still doing the summoning. Let's see. Lee will come in, find no evidence, and then shut down in about 17 seconds, because basically all we're doing is doing some summoning. All right, so yeah, the hireling would keep him out, and we really don't want the hulking fellow here. But normally a 30% chance, but if you do run the odds, there's only a 10% chance you could kill Lee, and frankly, I'm not hiring Dengar to kill a Major Jedi. Yeah, I'm picking up poor Dengar because I have never seen any piece of fiction use him as anything other than kind of a beatdown. Yep, we're going to have trouble with the Glover if the summoning goes wrong. Okay, so yeah, there she goes. She's looking for evidence. She's looking for clues and not going to find any. So, yeah. Okay. And boom. The summoning went wrong. We're going to have trouble with Glover here, and we're going to have to drop the summoning. Unfortunate. It's going to slow us down. Meanwhile, Carlos Garcia Soare, the ecstatic mystic of the Pyrenees, that's in Spain, was known to be, was known to recite this in 3 languages and never visited the subcontinent. In other words, he just wrote about what he thought the whole religion what he thought the religion of the area he was talking about. Let's see, the known unknown tantra describes the journey to the white door. The man says beyond which speech ceases. It throws mantra which can be used at the right time and right place to achieve that door. Alright, go ahead and knock that out. Looks like we're going to be here for a bit. Unfortunately, again, the cards are working against us. So yeah, we'll have to beg for our job back. But that's not really much of an issue. Yeah. It's not even a time limit on that. Alright. So, the sands drain away from the water. Beneath is a stone from which the gods arose so long ago. Beyond is a door glistening like rain as this black surface headed with blood, each heavily curled like a swollen tick. Yep. In my dreams, I found the way the spider's door, called the Bloody Gate, or more informally, the Wrong Door. Why is it called the Wrong Door? It's a little rough. In other words, to go through the door, you have to have a prisoner. Otherwise, the entity will try to eat you. Because the spider, as it were, represents the primal hunger of creation itself, entropy. In other words, the spider is both the creator of the web and, of course, the devourer of all that fall in within it. In other words, you have to keep moving, or otherwise the web will devour you. Just in the same way like gravity or, winter is constantly wearing away at you in order to do that. Now, the question is, do we want... Let's see. That's another restlessness. So we can try the summoning again. At least I got rid of the restlessness. Yeah, it's worth a shot. If we're not going to lose this, we should be fine. And even if I do lose it, I can probably get by using the patronage here at this point. Okay, it's gone. We're safe. And one of the good things about him is he's going to lose down to 2-point Grail influence, which will not actually mess with us. Okay, so we're going to try the summoning again. Use this to keep this dude going. Since we're going to have restlessness in a little bit, should be fine. Meanwhile, might as well get Peter up and running. All right, Mirror of Glory and that and that. Go ahead. Get him started on the path, as it were. Meanwhile, okay, so we're not actually going to have to worry about getting our job back. Basically, I can just say we took a vacation. We've got a little bit of funds, not a lot, mind you. What we can do is, once we get that back, is we can sell one of our assets. Okay, so let's get the hint's going to be, unfortunately, a problem with that, but we can take the silver spintra and sell it at the auction house for a bit funds. There you go. Got this stuff over here too. I mean, if we really wanted to, I could take heavy in commissions, but we're not. We're taking an extended vacation. Apparently, we can. There's no timer here. In fact, where is it? That is... Yep, demotion and job. Okay. So, exchange one's life for money, which is not fucking getting. Anyways, so... Yeah, erudition... I always thought it'd be funny if you could combine erudition and glimmering, but you can't. I just wonder what they would do to each other. So, yeah. In any case... Let's get fast forward, because I think we're up to that point. This point. Okay, Connie has found nothing, because there is nothing to find at this time. So, let's begin the same sort of ritual as we did before. Grab this, grab the 8 of Grail, and the Restlessness, and this time Neville. See if you can do any better. Okay, go for it. Meanwhile, yep, 6. So now we have 3 of 6s, which means we could consider combining them. All we need is erudition, which we do have, but no, I think it's going to burn out pretty quick. Now, we could use that erudition, but the other problem is, in order to increase that, we're going to need elimination, which requires a library, which we could get it at the bookstore. We don't have that. Everything's rarefied mind, which we did do if we upgraded our reason with lantern, or fascination. Now, fascination is actually easy enough to get. In fact, hell, if we let this thing burn out, it'll turn into a 2-point a lantern and then a 2-point that. So that would be, however, let's see, 60 seconds each, 120, 200 seconds down the road, which means we definitely are going to have to wait for it to degenerate a bit. Meanwhile, alright, so we might want to consider getting the 8 up and running. So, if we were to do that, though, we're going to need the fascination. Leave the hint. Let the hint die, so he becomes the next pointer, and then we can go forward. The only thing that can go wrong, of course, is that we end up having a fascination trap. But we can risk this. Meanwhile, this will last another 131 seconds. It takes 30 seconds, I think. 120, minute, 90 seconds. We have to do that in the next 40 seconds, however. Alright, so let's give this a try. Let's see if we can actually time this one out. Porter, you are I think... Well, Mercury is certainly fucking retrograde now, isn't it? Yeah, unfortunately, I lost about 40 minutes there because my microphone went out. Apparently, when the cord was slipped out of the back of the computer, and there's about, I don't know, 20 minutes of me doing all of this without recording commentary. And as fascinating as the game may be for some of you, I'm pretty sure you don't want to see that over again. But yeah, so we've jumped ahead a bit. Now, quick recap. We did a couple of runs on the Bring Around the Rosie strategy using the unnumbered stones. We did manage to get one of the big prizes, which is Gemiad, which is a massive tome that we will, of course, translate. We also have a mission currently going on with one of our hints and two of our peeps, so that should be okay. So we try to grab the poison to deal with Connie, of course. And we got our privacy active too, which means I could do something foolish, which I'm actually consider doing. And what we should do is try to get one of our cultists. This will snap up the mystique we generate, and that will be that. We'll be able to get away from Connie, be snooping in on us. Meanwhile, let's get the Gemiad itself translated from Cuisine. Because you see, we did get Deep Mandirk. I summoned King Crucible. As you can see over here, I had him teach us to us. And almost sent him on the mission, but I ran out of time. It's all right. All right, so we'll translate the Gemiad. We'll, Lee never find any evidence into that. We're currently on vacation from work. Because it's not going to let us time out there. And, yeah, the fascination trap and the buzzing in the brain are not great, because in 50 seconds that will become a problem for me. So, the only good way to get rid of this is to try to do a summoning. Can we do that? Buzzing in the brain. Enid. What can we get? Grail. What can you do with that? Ah, we can get a raw profit. Good. That'll get us rid of that particular emanation, and we should be fine. Okay, let's keep going. I'm sorry about the confusion, everyone, but that's... Okay, so where we've been going through here, what we need, we have the 10 moth going through the woods. We've got the hint, which will give us 8 in both edge, which will slaughter that, and lantern. So the next thing we want to do is we want to get some edge in there. And I'm thinking, let's throw in our silent disciple. Wait, actually, 2 and 2. We don't have... Yeah, we don't have... Huh. Just actually curious. What could I have done here? But anyways, yeah, let's just get our pawn in place. He'll make a lovely 9, and then what will happen is that we'll have a 10 when it comes to that. We'll have our hint and 2 random cultists in random Sith cultist robes, so that'll be cool. We managed to avoid the fascination trap, which is that erudition. Everything is just nuts right now. Alright, we still haven't seen, by the way, which basically means we could simply have him slaughter or seduce all of the Watchers himself. But let's go with our next plan on this one. Let him just vape out so we can deal with something else. And a quick dive into Benepic. 8 points. Ooh, that's interesting. We can actually get to a 10-point vault, which would be an interesting start. Okay, Gemiad's been translated. Okay. Let's read it. It's one of the best books in the game, and it's also a 2-point tool for the purposes of that. Okay, so we have a raw profit. Now, raw profits are great because 8 Grail, 8 Moth gets you lets you try the 8 Moth lets you try to steal that, and they don't dissolve anything unusual. So there we go. And we could use our addition to do that, and we definitely need to go back to the stag door because I want a 6-pointer again. Hang on. Put the reason in. Yeah, it's a little flustered because of that whole because of that missing time thing. All right, so yeah, the restlessness. Oh, we gotta get rid of that too. So let's just do that the old-fashioned way. Where's passion? There's restlessness. Goodbye. So many things. So much cleaning up required. Alright, so what do we got here? Expedition continues. I can send another follower. So we'll send Forge Boy. That brings up the 10 when it comes to the edge. So they'll be hopefully slaughter the cannibals, these Sith degenerate cannibals. Okay. Slowly but surely moving our way forward, and boom. Okay, powerful deception. Oh yeah, the moth people are doing there. But what we can do right now is send in Pope to bring us to over 10. Lantern, which will give us a 90% chance of being able to locate the hidden door at the end to get the loot. Meanwhile... Excellent. I'm considering trying to raise this. Now, we have 2 essays. The problem being is that we're going to need... let's see, we have the erudition to add that back to the blank, so we can do that by this. Okay, so that will give us that digital peculiar rumor. Okay. All right, Doc. We need an erudition. You can produce one by finishing off the commission. Immortal Doc. All right, into the stag door. We've got something, which is useful. I got 2 glimmering there, so there goes the restlessness. Passion is there. Yeah. Let's keep moving. All right. You need to translate. This is like 120 seconds to translate the essays in. It's more than enough time, and we have the winter. So what we can do is we can... Where the heck? You go here. Do some manual labor to keep the vitality going at least, and our funds from disintegrating, because I think we're down to 1, which means as soon as this expedition is over, we have to do some serious selling. Bronze Spintra, excellent. But do we have the erudition? We do. This should downgrade to an erudition shortly. We'll use the studying in order to be able to increase that. So many things to keep track of. Like the freaking microphone. Didn't even notice it until I glanced over. Read the Gemiad. This is actually one of the better ones. Gemiad reminds us of the witch and the sister, that was it, have been known to manifest as the sister and witch, that which face which may heal, with the face is always hungry, the creator and the destroyer. It implies a connection between the witch and the sister in the hours of the wood, especially the secret keeper known as the velvet. But it's ambiguous whether the witch and sister is the wood hour proper, and it speaks at length of the sadness for the 2 are one, the sadness that remains of their time as flesh. Grade of the Crow's Quenching, forgot about that one. That's one of the rights. It's okay. The Gemiad Red is a 2-point tool for knock. We have 8 points moth lore. Put that in place. 8 points in Grail lore. And we can actually work with that. Expedition and intuition, we can do that. Excellent. And thank God, 8 point in heart. We finally have some decent heart. Which is why I like that book so much. And we put this over with tools. Boom. That is that. Now, need to do is we need to consider what we're going to do. Yep, we've stunned the Watchers, so the Mystique is now the problem. So what we can do is we can combine these 2 and work towards setting up another one of the secrecy units. So yeah, let's do that. Let's put these 2 together. We need to have both the Mithrim and we need to risk one of our health. We can do that. 10 points of Grail lore should be useful. Meanwhile, we need to prevent ourselves from starving to death. There you go. Logistical difficulties. We have nothing to send. We're going to fail. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, sigh. Oh, well. Such is. But I don't think we're going to be able to generate the wealth fast enough. So it's too bad. We're going to fail this particular run. But we will at least get that. Because unfortunately, we didn't have able to keep up the cash with the job. So the erudition's back in play. I won't be able to get this done because I forgot about that. Everything's just Mercury retrograde like hell at the moment. And this went off? Oh my god. I guess I can't even get drunk. This is nuts. Oh well, keep going. We're gonna have to go back to our job. And we fail our run. Oh well. Did we get the funds back at least? We did not. The funds were consumed. This will become a fascination shortly, which is an entirely different trap, which is all going to be nuts in the moment. Okay, so yeah, we have to go back to our job. I cannot believe everything I've done, and what we're doing practically is, let's see, how long does it take us to get our job back? Hopefully not too long. 30 seconds. We won't be able enough to do that, but which means we definitely, however, have this open, which we basically had to leave because we didn't have enough cash. Who knew that finances were the Sith's undoing? Okay, intuition, let's put this in, see if it activates the secrecy, so we can at least get rid of the mystique we generated, and take a deep breath. So, yeah, that didn't go well. And unfortunately, you missed most of it because of the damned issue. Okay, so we have the 8 funds, so we're not going to starve to death. Which is good. We also can get blindingly drunk after such a failure. Now, the Gemiad was worth all of this, but that was the last run, which unfortunately we're not dealing with right now. Let's get our job on. This is like been the worst vacation ever. All right, so awareness of appetite going. Hopefully the mystique will be disappearing shortly, and a restlessness, because of course we have a restlessness coming. At least we didn't. Nice we managed not to detonate the fascination trap, because everything else is detonating like crazy. All right, pause. We're gonna have to back to normal speed because things are not going well. Oh my God. So yeah, I'm gonna have to apologize for that. I'm not sure if I have to cut my. I only have so much recording time. I'm not sure how far I'm going to cut, but it's going to be a heck of a run here. Okay, so practical experimentation, risk your health. At least we'll get that level of Grail going. Vitality, Mystique. Oh, we have another Mystique. I forgot about that. So yeah, Clavette, do your thing. Trying to generate as much. And hopefully, yeah, it's Dread coming up, which we've also got to get rid of. Okay, so good. All right, so now we gonna have to do the same thing where we have the cycles coming in and out. So we can, of course, simply do the usual way of getting rid of restlessness, back to basics. So that will get rid of that, and we still will have another 19 seconds or so, and look on the clock. This is about to disappear on us, and yeah, we're going to have 10 points of Grail lore shortly. Meanwhile, deep breath. I cannot believe everything went so nuts like that. Like simultaneously, like half an hour's worth of it dissolved into nothingness. So yeah. Yeah, there we go. We're about to combine all that lore. And you, my dear, grab that Mystique, and the other one, hopefully, see we grab by secrecy, and it means that Connie will have nothing to generate onwards. And then we're basically starting over again. Nope. Oh, there it is. Secrecy detonated. So if she pulls it off, 70% chance. There you go. 10 points of Grail lore. Really unnecessary in a lot of ways, but does allow us to summon a name at any time. But yeah. Whoosh. Ooh. Deep breath. Yeah. This has been kind of nuts. Suppose to get a 6-pointer of this. Yeah, we can work our way towards. What do we need here? Practical experimentation. Grim lesson, right? In order to get through the grim lesson, we need either dread or HQ with the pit or silent intensity. Intensity we can get from skill. If we get that, we're back to trying to figure out if we can get enough eruditions. Now, all right, so we need to combine these to get to a 10, or we need some more light lore. I don't see any light lore down here. I can't guarantee we're going to get any from a mission, so yeah. Meanwhile, let's do with a recovery bit. All right, so got some glimmering from our painting, so that's always a good thing. Meanwhile, back to the job. Yeah, we took a vacation. It was just a real vacation. I mean, we actually got time off from work, but we got the Gemiad out of it, and that's about it. And you have to take my word for it, unfortunately, because of the loss of sound. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that interruption. Unfortunately, Mercury is retrograde, and it's been about 12 hours, so give me a second to remind myself where I am. Okay, so, yes, next objectives are to probably get Reason up to the next level so I can make into Grim, as I call it. But hang on for a second. Yes, if I can get to Silent Intensity in order to be able to start combining together to get the next level of Knock, which will get me the last door for accessibility into the Mantis. Now, it's not a huge issue. It will, however, take a large chunk of time because I'm going to have to get 2 eruditions. Now, one of the things I can do, by the way, we hit the auction house and we can hopefully get another collection of essays while we have the funds here to do so since we're back on our job. as it were. Simultaneously, we can start considering generating some more benefits of privacy by combining together types of lore that require that. Now, one of the ones that does are of course secret histories. Level 6 and higher require intuition, which we can use with the HQ with the sanctuary, which is the candlelit Mithrim, which, since it gives us 180 seconds time, allows us to do something that would cause Connie here to be kind of obsessed with us. So in that case, what we're probably going to do is we're going to need to generate an erudition by activating the reason, then use that for the first test to combine the consent of, the forbidden epics, or get them to level 10. Because if I can do the right level 10 vault, then we can have some serious lore-based books that will allow us to have to stop combining things unless we absolutely want to. Simultaneously, we're also going to need another level 6 chronicles and such to start, of course, getting new ones to join together if at all possible. So yeah, it's going to be a kind of a reason-based sort of section right now. So here we go. Back to normal, since again we're having a heck of a day. Alright, so pause for a moment, however. Yeah, we failed here. So we can at least okay, 84 seconds. Well, if Connie shows up, Connie shows up. We just won't be able to do anything else at the time. Unfortunately, Cavett failed us for the first time. Not the last time, mind you. We're not in a position where we can sacrifice stuff. Now, this is going to be a quick knife lore hunt here. Edgelore. We've already got level 6, and this is definitely not going to be... Edgelore is not a huge issue, so we're going to let this one slide by. Meanwhile... Let's see, benefits of Mystique. Yeah, let's let the Mystique burn. If we're unlucky, the next one's going to be Season of Hors d'Ours. And if it really comes down to it, we can, and Lee comes around, we can try to get rid of that Mystique, or at least hide it. Okay, so what do we got now? Yep, exactly what we don't need. Season of Suspicion. So we have approximately 58 seconds. Yeah. 23 seconds. It will be enough for Connie to grab it, so we might want to consider cycling it out so that we can hide it with a painting, which we should be able to do temporarily anyways. So in any case, well, that's going on. But we do have a contentment for all it's worth. Now the question being, of course, whether or not we could go with the Connie just going nuts with Mystique on us. In other words, reverse our usual trend. Do not go out and get anything that gets us notoriety, but then dump as much Mystique as we want to by generating the, by generating Spintra through the usual. But the only thing we can't do is we can't do any poppies because we need to have somebody to sacrifice. I don't have anyone to sacrifice. So the first thing we might want to do, let's switch gears here for a second. Let's pump ourselves up full of Mystique and do nothing else with it. That will allow us to be able to finally finish off our cult with, of course, Connie got in a continuous search cycle. Alright then, so, the auction house, let's see if we can get that. Eventually, we'll get another essay book. It could take a while. We might also get a book I actually want to read. So, there you go. Alright, so this one is... Oh no, unfortunately we have drained this particular one dry. Okay, so we are going to have to actually hit the Moreland shop from this point on, which I've been kind of avoiding, because like the more... Oh, there we go, erudition's in play. We're going to have another one shortly. Alright, so, right. Oh, gods. Everything's coming up in a strange way right now. Mercury is definitely retrograde. Okay, so the level 6 one's good. We've got another erudition. We can combine these two to create the third lesson learned. And we can keep diving into the stag door and attempt to get the fourth erudition lesson learned, which is one of the things you can get here. So, alright, so basically a lot of this is kind of, how do I put this? A lot of the game is kind of adapting to situations. So let's get the situation going. See if we can actually produce some results. We can get the grim. We can get the okay, there goes Connie. Connie, of course. Okay. Oh wait, we can't do anything with that anymore. This is only good for selling. So guess what? Guess we're going to be selling a lot of the books we don't need back to the auction house. Usually come off about even there. Sometimes you get one fund. So most times you get one fund. You might get 0 or 2, depending on how the numbers roll. But never count and get any more than that. Meanwhile, let's keep going at our actual job. I guess this is the time, due to Lee's scrutiny, that we're just kind of playing it low again. Not the happiest of circumstances, but sometimes you just cannot zoom forward to get what you want. It's a lesson in life. Even the Sith must know patience. Alright, so this one is a moth-based lore. Now, one of the things I might want to do this for is that we combine moth to get intuition. Which of course we use with the Mithrin, which allows us to create the privacy verbs, which will take reputation we don't want. Now, of course, we've got Connie going into overdrive, so I'm not terribly concerned about that right now. But we'll actually keep this one. Okay, so we put it into the stuff that we want to read down here. Okay, meanwhile, let's get the shop done. We're going to have, the job is high enough so that we don't have to worry about the funds in this case around. We have enough to do book shopping and keep us fed, so long as we don't do anything terribly interesting. Meanwhile, Forbidden Epic, that's an 8-pointer. Yeah, we're really moving towards getting the 10-pointer rather quick. We can also, of course, just get an 8-pointer that might be useful. Meanwhile, right, erudition is currently there, so we have this plus the 2 essays. Now, one of the things we can do here, let's see, we got a lot of reasons kind of stacked here. One of the things we can do is we can get an erudition by doing the correct type of commission. This is definitely not Grail, and it's probably not Heart. So, and we definitely need Poppy, because she always does that. I need to have a disposable minion. Is it too much to ask for? Probably. Oh, I didn't even realize we had a fascination going. Do we have a fascination trap coming up? Nope. Okay, we can get rid of that easily enough anyways. Alright, so next coming up is, well, Connie's already active, so we don't have to worry about that. So, yeah. Can actually combine that if we wanted to, but I don't really feel like generating a more powerful... Okay, so yeah, we've got the erudition, we've got vitality... Well, I was talking about doing that. So, the protagonist, a speechless cat thing called the Killing Ripe, performs a series of elaborate rites to rescue members of her extended family, culminating in the resurrection of her other grandmother, Moldywarp, which is basically, yeah, a lot of times in old fairy tales, what would happen is that they would disguise their gods as just these random characters within the story itself. Okay, we gotta hang her on. I think that's the one we want. Alright, so let's initiate this dude, or dudette, into our cult so we can sacrifice them to... Hey, come here. So we, here, stare at the moonstone, okay? I'm not gonna teach you anything. I don't want to get too attached. Alright. Sanskrit reader, we don't need that. We already know Sanskrit, so what we can do is, again, like I said, sell it back. So, back to the basic books, the bookstore run. Sigh. Sometimes you just can't get away from the basics. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna keep... Now we can, at this point, create... Since we've got the red lore at this point. Create this, and still have time. Lore? Oh, it's Grail. No wonder I'm having issues here. Colors are similar. Alright, so meanwhile, get that erudition going. Hopefully. Go. Running all cylinders again. It's a good and bad sign. It means you're getting progress done, but it also means you're kind of running against the clock. Alright, so we have our pawn. Now, what we're going to do is talk to Poppy. Do this and give them the passion card to activate the plot. Yes, okay. They'll give us a bunch of cash and such. Also, they will give us, and they will demand the pawn at some point in the future. If we don't get them to in the proper time, they will kill us instead. So it's very important to pay attention to these things. Yeah, this will die before it becomes an issue, and we have a vitality up and running. So we're set for the moment. Gonna be a bit tight, but we can do this. Alright, so... When the Snake Witch killed the stag, Kitling snatched one of its eyes. When the Dry Witch killed the sow, Kitling stole a cup of its blood. Real work. He also took them to the place where Moldywarp lay buried and shook out her hair and began to dance. Now, Glimmering plus, of course, Wood Whisper. That Wood Whisper gives 4 here. If we want to combine that together, we can get one of our privacy. Let's see, I'll get the vitality up here. We have one of our privacy things. benefits of privacy active from using the Mithram, which would allow us to consider taking another trip out into the universe. Okay, so we've got restlessness coming. I'm not really that concerned about it. But what we want to do is we want to get these eruditions up and running. Okay, so the 16 seconds from now, we'll know whether or not we're going to be able to increase our reason, our scholarship any higher. So we go to the Painted River, because it's 1 in 3 chance. Nope, another fascination. Great. We just stare at things at this point. Yeah, the fascination one is you just keep dreaming. Space of the Orchard, the Bounds, the Vagabond, the ship saluted. It's just going on and on and on and on about all of the fascinating things we see in our dreamlands, which is kind of what Lovecraft did when he did the, boom, sold it for 2, which is always a good bonus. Lovecraft did when he wrote down his dreams to become some of the stories we know. Now, granted, the ones that are directly to the dreams, as it were, are actually kind of the more incoherent ones, that the Dreamland ones, obviously. It's when he starts, you know, really beginning to feel his inner dread that he feels the, how do I put this? That he feels he should be getting on the better ones, like the Call of Cthulhu. Now, of course, we can't do this. We need to, yeah, we're burning reason like crazy at this point. It's a good thing we're a smart person. Now, of course, we need to take the affliction and get this, the vitality, to get rid of it, which is always good. We definitely need to get rid of fascination, but the question, can you actually combine 2 fascinations? That would be absolutely fabulous. No, you can't. Oh well. You need to get rid of these fascinations. Seriously, 1 dread coming up. Well, let's let that burn to dread and use that to get rid of the fascination. You have to use what resources you have available. The encircling tantra speaks of the Serpent's Gate, a hungry portal known as the Spider Door, which is so sacred to the Mother of Ants through which the Great Hooded Princes pass. Basically, they use blood sacrifice to do so. Remember, the Mother of Ants, otherwise known as the Mother of Serpents, is the human priestess that replaced a much older and more vicious being, which is why Mother's Mercy ritual not only requires human sacrifice, she's not really into that. Now, this actually refers to... Okay. Tiny pack of train treasure, gift from Poppy. You'll see me again in the season of rags for then need to make the introduction I promised. So we now have 16 funds. And the Silver Spintra, which is another 8 funds. So we're good for 24 funds for a while. But all I have to do is remember to give this dude over to her when she shows up. Now, yep, we have like 300 seconds. We cannot forget this. It's very important. That's why we're putting it up there. Now, let's see what else we got. Now what we can do, when we add this to our library, we can consider taking one of our Forgotten Chronicles and using Sulichana to take another dive. We can try that. We're going for the poison to kill Leewood, because that is the best shot at killing her. Trying to do a standard one is just... Like I said, you have a 30% chance at best, and it will generate a notoriety. We don't need a collection of poetry. Don't think we're going to have to worry about it. So we certainly have enough funds for the run. Question is, do we want to bring anything abnormal? Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll grab... Once we have her in 56 seconds from now, we also could just grab the 8-pointer, which is our... Sigh. Wait, no, this one. The 8-pointer, the Forbidden Epic. Let's just see what we've got here, since we don't want to use her ability, because the one she will generate will have a curse, and I'm not going to spam a curse. The reason I use the level 6 ones is because they do not have a curse in their challenges, so I have no chance of losing anything except perhaps getting one of my peeps wounded. Okay, Connie found nothing again, because we're doing nothing. There's a restlessness. We will match that against the fascination when the time comes. There's a health. Now it's going to take 58 seconds for that to become dread, and we're lucky we don't have a dread coming up. We do have a fascination trap, which means that fascination trap will grab this. This will become dread, and then that will grab that and cancel it out, so I don't have to literally do anything. The Tantra includes invocations, but cautions help with the invocation is insufficient power to reach the Serpent's Gate from the Hunter's Gate. A road to which the destination is note is itself a destination. As helpfully consent of wounds goes to level 3. Again, once we have our reason up and running, if we could do that. We do so, but yeah, since we don't need to worry about the trap anymore, because it's going to take care of itself, we'll do that. And in the meantime, Tantra Worms, yeah, let's translate this one, since we don't really have anything to do right now with that. Boom. Okay, so let's see about our next destination when it comes to going out into the world. Okay, basic job is done. Now what's next? 17 points. Yeah, you can lose them pretty quickly though. So do we do anything else? Well, we could just, at this point, grab the heart commission and have that in our back pocket, either to generate funds or if we want to generate mystique. Alright, so Luciana gives us again the unnumbered stones so that we... Boom, we have 2 of them actually. So anytime we can do our ring around the rosy. Now, one of the things we might want to consider to done rather than the commission was to summon an entity. Tower Rikush. I think it's actually one of the more unpleasant ones. Definitely has a curse as well. Yeah, if I recall, it is Sealed Door Curse and something else. Hang on, level 8's Kasim, Chateau, Abbey, House, Orthis. Where's the tower? Stones, and then there's the Tower Revek, right? Hidden Door and Creeping Death Curse, which what is Creeping Death? Right, you need Heart or Grail to defend, and if it fails, you lose a health. It goes into... Wait, health into Decrepitude? We can cancel that with one of our spells, so that's actually something to consider doing. All right, so we would need a good deal of Lantern, which we can do. No, wrong one. We need a Lantern and Grail and Heart. So send our Grail people out and our Heart people. And it's not great with the stuff that comes out of it, though. Let's see. Yes, I'm using the Cultist Simulator wiki because I cannot memorize all this stuff. Edge 6, a right, knock 8, and hedge 14. Wow. You know, I don't need any of that, so there's really no reason to send it. So we'll just put this one to the side. We don't have to freaking do every one. We don't want to. So we'll leave that in place. We'll consider doing this one, the Unnumbered Stones, our usual run, and see if we can get that damn poison, because I was hoping to get something poison-wise. Meanwhile, we have more than enough money to get our, to go, basically at this point, the Unnumbered Stones to me are just random ruins that have Sith reputation that he sends his peeps to. Palpatine's like, okay, there might be something here, there might be people trying to kill you, there might be stuff that's useful, I don't know, we got time, go. Anyways, that will do that. Simultaneously, we will prepare to join together the Wood Whispers. There we go. Now, remember, Moth will get us through 2 of the obstacles, Watcher and the Peril of the Forest, but we need light afterwards. So both Pope and Slee are going. Simultaneously, we're still waiting on Poppy to do her thing. And meanwhile, let's work towards that. Now, this shows that we have a dread. Oh, God. That's a problem, because when the dread will grab the dread. Oh, gosh. This is nuts. Problem is, when you get the dread in 38 seconds, it's going to be... Well, this one will look for it first by 0.1 seconds. Let's hope that's enough. Chronicle, there you go. Another Ring Around the Rosy option. Tetra Worms, Entomologist. Oh, it's only... Julian Ziemski eventually came to statistics written inside here, but oh, we already did that one. Alright, so... Tetra Worms, we'll put that aside to be read, but we might need this for the moment. So let's combine the 2 Wood Whispers so we can activate the Mithram's Privacy. Alright, that's not going to work. It's pretty basic, though. Alright, so we've got exactly 1... Should have done the painted thing, but again, sometimes I'll just go for the immediate goal, because you can see the immediate goal, which is the level 6 one rather than the long-term one. You're probably better off. Okay, so now grab Slee. There you go. Have fun, Slee. Alright, so now we have another potential Silver Sintra, or Seek if we want it. We really should talk to you, dude. Let's get a commission from you. Oh, and probably should go to work. We had trouble last time we didn't do that. You see, capitalism. Anyways, let's see. Go for it. Alright. Deep breath. Alright, so, commission. Pretty small one. That's easy. Can do that one next. Alright. And yeah, Poppy's still going. Okay, deep breath. Alright, so yeah, he grabs the dread, which is good. 0.1 seconds really did count there. And now the news, as it were. What do we got for this anyways? Nope, nothing happening next round. So good, good. Alright then. Painted River. Forbidden Epic. We'll take it. Again, we should definitely need to get that reason upgraded, which is what we're trying to do. Sorry, I mean, we're definitely going to get it done this. We're not going to get it done this episode, I'm afraid. But it is a goal. Yeesh, this is getting messy over here. Okay. Alright, so let's get the myth room into the intuition challenge. Let's drop the stag door back in. If we can spam this enough, we should be able to get what we want. It's easier than trying to do the erudition constantly. Okay, and boom. Alright, so exhibition continues. We'll need more funds. Go. That's for the third obstacle. Alright, so we worked, and now we study. Go. I guess we're just getting all our ducks in order. The thing you have to do sometimes. Just the basics. And there goes the erudition. So, yeah. Don't think it's going to work. Oh well. It will work eventually. Alright. Indicate powerful deception. We don't need to actually do anything. The only thing I will do, by the way, I'm throwing in this guy simply in case something goes wrong against the Watchers. There's now a chance it's going to be a random minion that gets wounded. And that would actually help me because the scars really do a good number on them. I mean good, literally. Okay, so yeah. We're going to need to get a... We're going to dispense some medicine this time around. I don't think I have the ability to generate... another fascination instead. Pause. Grab. Take. Fascination in play. So yeah. But we can just do the usual. Boom. Two cancel each other out. Basically our memories of mundane life bring us out of the trap of being fascinated by the mystical. Which one of the reasons why, like I said before, some mystical traditions require people to be, you know, financially and emotionally stable before they're going to talk about anything like that. Because you don't want to get too fixated on all of that. Okay, so yeah, the reason cards are in a mess. Alright, so let's put this here, that goes there, this goes here, get the passion back in place, and back to work. There you go. Soul deadening work. Alright, so we did get that detonated. So, and this becomes level 6. So we can do it again. But next time we do it, we're going to require an illumination, which is a fascination library, a rarefied mind. Fascination doesn't seem to be an issue at the moment. We can keep generating them as we want. It's not terribly safe, mind you, but we can do it. Speaking of which, let's see what the next one is going to be before we dive back in. Okay, that's a sickness one. This is a fascination trap, which means we do not want to dive into the stag door to get a possible fascination, which means, yeah, we're going to have to keep put the reason even further behind. The only possible way to do this is I can just spam erudition by studying this. Okay, so let's go. Maybe we can. Maybe let's try that. Just the usual grind method. It will at least speed things up a bit. Oh, consider another follower or funds. Yeah, let's send you. I'm just sending them basically to carry baggage. Yes, I just mop the floor of the ship, okay? Make it look good. There's a place for everyone. Okay. Hidden door. No, we don't need that because this doesn't actually cause us to lose anything. It just causes us to have to spend another fund if we fail it. Okay, deep breath. Alright, there it is. Hello. This is the time the sun in rags requires a sacrifice. What a loyal friend. Do good say goodbye now. Yep, goodbye. I don't even, like I said, I didn't even learn his name because he was just as destined to be sacrificed. You don't want to get emotionally attached to them. It's just, you know, when you're forced to sacrifice them for your own convenience because you are an evil genius, it's just easier if you don't have any connection to them, you know? Just a means to an end. 86 seconds. What do we need now? Okay, that's out. Toss this in with a fund. The option of summoning something if I really wanted to. I don't really want to. So, yeah. No reason not to just dive back in. Make the monies. It's all about the Benjamins. Although I don't know who on Earth would be on the currency of a republic. Alright, so yeah, we found it. Probably be able to get that in time. Don't know. Might have mistimed that a bit. In any case, what we can do is we can put Clovette in place after we get to treasures, I believe. Alright, so yeah, treasures lie before us. Get Clovette moved in. Start that. Start to talk about the Mirror of Glory, and boom. One or the other will grab it. Let's see which is which. Uh-huh. There's Poppy and a chilly atmosphere. Don't need... Do we have dread as an issue? No, we do not have dread as an issue. In fact, at some point, we might... Okay, so first thing we do after this is we'll talk to Poppy about getting commission. We'll get the usual patronage going. Alright, health is back. Grades, good, good. This... Erudition, lesson learned. Basically spam as best we can. Alright, so charge forth. Yeah, I don't think this one's... It's 58 seconds, and yeah, we should be able to combine these two to get rid of them at least. Back to work. Again, the grind. Now, when Mercury's retrograde, it's probably best just to not make as many issues as possible. Learning it the hard way. Now, since we don't have to worry about that, we may want to just dive in here. And see if we can make it a little faster to get the erudition lesson learned going. Alright, so yeah. Boom. Got it. Excellent. That was well timed. Okay, beneath the stone we found the Watchful Tentra, which is going to be one that's going to give us additional light lore if we want it. Murphy Codex. Text of the Sisterhood of the Knot. Alright, cool. Book we can sell. And everybody's back with a little more experience. Did you all have fun out there? Was it delightful? Now, since we've got this up and going, there's no reason we can't just drop in again and do it. We can just go in for the numbered stones and set the whole thing over them. But the only thing I will do differently is let's just ditch this. Ditch the books we don't need. So we used to have some funds back and nothing really bothering us. Okay. So, Dread is online. Once Contentment does so, we'll be able to combine the two. Boom, and it's gone. We did nothing. Nothing happened. Secrecy is powerful. Erudition, up and running. Do it again. Let's see if we can keep it going. Alright, so cool. Clovette, well, you know, just send her to do her thing. One fund. Let's sell this book because it teaches you Aramaic. We already know Aramaic. We don't need it. Alright, so. Alright, so we've got a Dread running, which is not good. Forbidden Epic. Alright, so yeah. Lots of 8s. Oh, we need to get our reason up and going. There we are, there we are, there we are. And since Dread is... We're going to have 2 Dread. Not good. Dread trip coming up. Alright, so we can, however... Let's head this off to the past by having getting rid of the first one at least. Second one we're going to have to paint away. We can do this, however. Alright, so let's concentrate a bit. Restlessness. This goes in this direction. Let's not get too complicated with doing more advanced painting. Let's just do the finger painting, as I like to call it. Just when you just press that in, that gets rid of that. Good. Good. Everybody breathe. Now, the thing is, since we grab more and more books, which are one-shot things we get out of the unnumbered stone things, we start getting closer to getting things like... There we go. Like the poison that I want to get, the Galaglass poison. Because those are the repeatables. So, you inevitably get it. And, of course, if I can get the right poison-laden destination, it would work. Alright, good. We got rid of our... dread in time. Now, let's time this out as best we can. This one will run out in 176 seconds. These two, 170, 118. So what we can do is we can get one of these eruditions up and running, then get those two combined together and get the last one up. Hopefully that's going to work. I don't know. We're going to try. That's all there is to it. 2 funds for that one. I'm impressed. Meanwhile, we're going to use those funds in... Actually, let's see. We've got a bunch of these. So, let's see what we can do about Eastern Europe, which is the land beyond the forest. Actually, technically, that's Transylvania translates to, precisely. All right. We got a, oh, contentment from that. Always nice. All right. But, okay. So, back to the job. I mean, just, you know, reduce our time to offer some Sith art therapy. All right, go. All right, this has been canceled out. Bleeding Reminiscence. So next, let's see if we can get that damned erudition, because you never get the one you want when you dive into these things, when you really need it. All right, go. All right, that is Connie activating. This is, yeah, we just let her cycle through. Boom, we've got these two together. Let's get this one. Can we get this all done? Don't know, actually. 116, yeah, we're going to have to do another erudition unless we get really lucky. So, first things first is we have to combine these two. All right, in order to save them. Okay, it's going to be another grind, isn't it? All right, so, Land Beyond the Forest, Cave of Candles. Boom. Cave of Candles. Icarus. Intensity of Radiance. Edge 6 and Lantern 10. That's actually something we need. And it is in Aramaic, which we can translate. So we have to consider going into that one. Cave's going to require... Oh, Dragon and that. Alright, so we have Forge and we have Edge. I'll knock. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the Cave of Candles next. Alright, the thing we're going to need is for the first mission, we need Forge or Winter to be able to get through the pass. So, one thing we can do is just run our peeps. But the thing is, once we have work for Glover and Glover over with here, what we can do, which is going to be kind of interesting, is we can summon the, name of the Forge. I maybe can't actually. I need a restlessness to do that. We're getting a restlessness. You need a restlessness. You don't need. You never get it. But yeah, we need 2 lantern. 2 lantern. Wait, don't I have one of you guys? Oh my god, I never got you beyond level 2, dude. Oh man, I'm just slacking in my duties as a Sith Master. All right, so first things first. Ludlow, just zap you in the head. All right, boom. So I guess we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. So what we will do is activate the Cave of Candles. 2 funds. Grab our other Forge people. Throw them in. The ascent to the cave through the highest passes will be dangerous. Whoever awaits the darkness below is probably more dangerous still. Okay, so we're also going to need to be able to slay the dragon in the cave, because there is a dragon in the cave. But then we'll have our level 10. We'll get our door. Finally get our door. And I don't need to actually do any combining for that, which means we can just... I'm obviously going to try to do the combining if I can, but you never know. Alright. You never actually know. Get this knocked out. What did I want to do over here? Thought about a summoning. Don't need it. Unless... Yeah, pretty... Ooh. No, I think we're good. Let's just do this. Keep the money rolling in. You know, government job and all that. Alright, so, for Chronicle, no. Yes, finally. Might be able to do this if we're really lucky. Alright. Yes, I think we can actually pull this off. When you need it, it came in, which is good. Thank the Dark Lords of content and data. Deep breath. Alright, so, got that. So what we want to do is we want to put in this... plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this, and plus this, so we can get the deeper concentration that will allow us to start combining together, well, most of what I need. Boom. Finally got that one done. Okay. You are. Exhibition continues. Oops, need to send a follower. Don't want to lose track of what's going on here. Right then. We'll send the boys this time instead of the twins. Just for a little difference. Something a little different. Alright, so Mountaineers Road, Forge Expertise. There you go, Vic. Have fun. I don't want... Twins tend to get distracted. Boom. Finally, Ladlow. I'm sorry I put you in the back burner for so long. Ugh. Never going to hear the end of it, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so... yeah. What we're going to have to do, as soon as we get our head back together, we're going to have to combine together 2 more of the lore issues. Now, this, of course, is going to require the fascination. Ah. Oh, boy. Or do we have anything else we can combine together? Unfortunately, we only have 2 and 2 here. Do we have anything? Intuition, that's knowledge. I could combine... no, that's not going to work. Oh, well. May just have to use... we have to use Clavette. Oh well. Not the most reliable, but actually slightly more reliable than just doing that straight up. Alright, so. Hey, did we... yeah, we got through the high passes. Alright, cool. First section down. We finally got the skill, Silent Intensity, which is good. That will allow us to combine together, say, this one, which is... knowledge, erudition, and that. So if that works, we can... do we actually want to take the long route? No, we're going to have the level 10 light to be able to get rid of what we want, to get what we want here, so I don't think we need to expand that. This one... yeah, this one together. What we need is an erudition. That'll do it. That will do it. Let's get an erudition running. We can combine those 2 together to get together a Forgotten Chronicle, and then we can move, or a Forgotten Epic to get a level 10 vault. Speaking of, do we want to do anything over here? Probably not. Alright, so... boom. And... boom. Alright, Expedition continues. Another follower. In case the dragon eats someone, let's send somebody we don't... I'd like Frank, however. Alright, let's do the... yeah, let's do the Practical Disciple. Alright, so another thing we can do while we're here is I can get this guy upgraded. Let's start making him into Frank, which is one of the best low-level summoners you can have. Alright, you can keep going. Alright, deep breath. Deep breath. Okay, so... yeah, Connie's not going to see anything. Strength is matchless. The serpent's a powerful foe. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we should be able to... the guy should be able to take care of it. Alright, next up is another restlessness. Okay. We can work with that. Now, one of the reasons I use the passion card rather than the paint card in order to be able to... okay, combine these 2. There you go. Is that it doesn't produce any mystique, which since I'm trying to get rid of notoriety with Lee up and running, I don't have the resources to take her down. That's 2 and 2 that, and 1. We bring his edge up to 2 by giving him a gift, and Frank here can summon any minor entity given a sufficient lore. Anyways, so right, how great. We have an Aspirant edition. Of course we do. When I absolutely don't need it. Yeah, the thing is, we've actually gotten things working like clockwork at this point, which is literally when things become slightly repetitive. It's when it's challenge that tends to make us focus better. Having complacency tends to dull ourselves. Alright, so we can actually also sell the collection of essays when we have the time. Alright, so, right. Alright. Treasures lie before us. Clavette, you're on, because it looks like I'm not going to make this in time. But I can use privacy for something like generating a cult member. We still have some cult members to recruit to our Sith cult. Alright, so... oh, Jesus, everything's moving fast. There's a dread trap. Of course there's a dread trap, but at least we can get rid of it. Alright, so, knowledge. Set up the erudition. There you go. Alright then. Connie's not interested. Alright, so. And boom. let us paint. Sith art therapy. There you go. Boom. There, she's got it. All right. Nest of Lights. Little cache of treasures from the years in the Serpent's Meals. Icarus Virtuous is a 12-point one-shot ingredient. This will be important for our Ascension Rite, by the way. Tension and Radiance is a 6-point. This will become an issue later. We can actually try to get rid of it in certain ways. Sky and the Soul is the one we want. Translate to Aramaic, and then we have our shtick going. Let's get that over here to the left once we're clear of our transmissions, and of course the account of Kashnik at the spider's door, which again is not really super useful. All right, so that is that for this. Okay, let's got a little bit longer when it comes to being able to get that door open, and then we'll probably try to end the episode by getting the last Mantis door running, because we still need the tools of which to get in there, including a mirror intuition, and that will be the focus of the next episode, of getting one of the mirrors to be able to then she got rid of her notoriety. Boom. Thank you, Globette. That was good work. And that should be able to... Boom. There we are. We have painting, contentment, and a glimmering. Hey, it was a good time. Alright, intensity of radiance. What do we need to get rid of that anyways? I could use it for summoning purposes. Well... Of course, it's just kicking the can down the road, as what I summon will be... even... See? And we need invocation. We need edge for invocation. There you go. Boom. Go ahead and summon it. Oh, we might lose our job as a result, but it's not really an issue. We've got enough funds for a bit. I know I said that last time we did this, but we do actually have a lot of funds. And we have to consider where we're going to be going next. Like I said, once we get this guy in the soul up and running, there's Connie again, but guess what? We already destroyed the evidence. The Jedi Council is clueless, as always. I mean, there's a reason Palpatine took over. It was so fucking easy. Everybody got complacent. Jeth hadn't been around for 1,000 years. The Republic was running on autopilot. But, there you go, hint. And why is... Oh my god, the Consciousness of Radiance didn't dissolve? Why didn't it dissolve? It's supposed to be consumed by that ritual. Oh well, we can take care of it. It's Fascination Trap, 28 seconds, 58. Yeah, that's not a good thing. That's really not a good thing. Oh boy. Okay, so here we go. Again. Oh, there's the privacy, which means that yes, like I said before, unresolved ambiguity, level 10. We don't want to study it. What we want is we want to put this into here. Next, we translate the sky and the soul using Aramaic. Oops, you have to use the Aramaic card Aramaic card first. Boom, translate, go. Okay. Now, one of the possibilities would be to, ironically, we've got the time and we've got this open, we can try to make an assassination attempt on Connie with the hint, and the resulting notoriety will be absorbed. Let's do it. Let's see if that works. That would be kind of cool. In the meanwhile, we took a small vacation. That would be fascinating, actually. Let's see if it works. I mean, it's really only got like a 21% chance of actually functioning, but we'll make it work. Alright, so first things first. Snow's Keeper. We'll deal with that in a moment. That's Kilimanjaro, by the way. I'll take a look at that next episode. We've got the Sky and the Soul, which we definitely want to study. Kali's verse is a brief, obscure, dominated by images of violence. The star is a pinprick, but the sun is a wound. He's referring to the damaged state of the sun, and it has effect on a reality. Okay, so go for it. Oh, did I not need reason? I guess I probably will get less money for this result. Oh well. Okay, so like I said, we'll get the dream going, and then we will stop. Okay. Let's see if we're successful. I doubt it. Might get lucky. We might not. Yep, we are unlucky. Our enemy possesses the most dangerous weapon of all knowledge. If summonings fall prey to adversity's countermeasures. Mystic hunters know the proper protections and we usually survive attacks from summon minions. And sooner or later, they will make a mistake. But you notice, because we had this generating, and that makes a whole new strategy, by the way. If I keep combining lore like this, generate Forgotten Chronicles, combine them together like that, get the privacy activated, then make an attempt on Connie, I'll eventually succeed. Meanwhile, we keep looking for poison. I mean, honestly, it's not a terrible strategy. And I guess it's what we're going to be doing for the next episode, like I said. Also, we've got another one of these, so it's fascination. Okay, you'll degenerate faster, however. You'll grab that. We should be fine there because the restlessness will become dread. This will absorb the dread. That will be fine. Sometimes problems take care of themselves, and those are the best problems. But we also know what we're actually waiting for right here. God, all of this has come to high-grade math and timing. Well, medium-grade math. All right. Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't even see that one. Where'd that come from? And if he grabs that one, yeah, we're kind of screwed. What we need is we need to subvert. Okay, we've got this going. First things first, we need to take this, activate level 10. There you go. Light of the divided sun, penetrate dreams, and not thought enough to thaw the long dead frost blossoms. The glass garden. Each step basically to the what was left of the Garden of Eden after the sun was destroyed. Each step of expression of the plant to power, so the way the bright hours came, but now it's silent here in the clouds, representing the damaged portion. Now what we can do here, we can start to subvert. We don't have any of these, unfortunately. One thing we can do is try to consume it again. Alright. Now, take this. We do not want this to become level 3, so yeah. You're supposed to consume this damn thing. Do you the right job this time? I would need more power than that, though. Could be kind of messed up here. 26 seconds, it'll grab the dread, but then when the dread cancels out one of these, it'll come around for this again. We can try. How? This will become fascination. We can become a 2-point. Yeah, let's speed this one up a bit. May lose our job again, but we'll be, oh my god, are you really kidding me about having dread and this going at the same time? Alright, so, yeah, this is fucked. Okay, so we may be dead. Because the trap came up. So we need to generate some serious issues here. This one, yeah. We may have lost. Oh well. The little things that do this every now and then. So, yeah. Does one of my books generate dread? I think it does. Canvas door. Yeah, but we need to get to this one first. First things first. Okay, so yeah, let's see if we can pull this off. I don't think we can. We just may have lost. It can happen to you at the best of times. Okay, yep, we've got this door going. But we're unlikely to be ever seeing it again. Now, we have to figure out if we can generate one of these quick enough to get... Because if these two generate fast enough, and I'm hoping they do, we can get them to combine together to produce a fleeting reminiscence. Oh my god. That one might have just saved us. It depends. Yeah, 48 seconds. It looks like, however, we're going to be kind of screwed. Alright, let's see if the two will combine together or it finishes us off, because I can't do anything else at this point. Okay? And... come on, speed this up a bit. I can't speed it up any further. Nope, we're done. Oh well. Wow, that was a quick one, guys. Oh well. So, it looks like that Mercury Retrograde finished us off. Okay, well that means, however, as promised, this run is complete, and I will probably be starting next time around a Shadows of Forbidden Gods, because it does seem like it's become a bit popular. We will come around again and do the Lantern Aspirant from Sheev's point of view, basically resetting the timeline after that. So, sorry about not doing a successful run, but like I said, sometimes it just, boom, out of nowhere. Just three quick fascinations, and you're done. Doesn't matter even how far we got. But anyways, this is Fantastic World, saying farewell from Lovecraft Country. Hope you enjoyed this run and, learning experience. If you're not prepared to lose a run from random bullshit, then do not play this game. You will keep developing better and better skills. And like I said, one distraction finished me when I didn't notice a generation of fascination up to one side. So next time I'll have to be more careful. So in any case, I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully the troubles that have been plaguing me will cease in a bit and I'll be able to do more regular episodes. But like I said, next week or next time I can record, we will be doing Shadows of Forbidden Gods. So join me then and we'll be doing one of the new gods, I think. that they were going to bring out. Or let me know in the comments down below if you want me to try to go back and do the crazy god again. The one that tries to drive people mad that we kind of messed up because I didn't pay enough attention to with Darkness. See, it's the thing about strategy games. You must lose to win. I'll see you next time. Bye. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.